Mum, why won't you let me watch the
Experience.
Hi, Dexterous.
Hey, this one's okay.
Hi, what's going
How
on?
we doing, everybody?
Hey guys, what's new? How's the missus? How's the
good.
husband? How's the dogs and the kids? Let us know in the
Yeah.
comments down below.
If you're on
Whoa!
a... Okay, it's already going off the rails.
That's whose fault's that, Dennis?
I might have did like a racially insensitive accent, so we had to redo the intro, and I'm sorry for that.
This
No one
is
will
now
know that you said
cancelled.
anything racially insensitive.
But now
so
they
it's fine.
know.
It was an accident, though. I was trying to do like a fun voice, and then anyway, I'm very sorry about that, and I will try to do better.
Today we're talking about
Episode-
Hypno's.
Hypno's Nap Time. What an awful title.
My name is
Gosh.
Logan. Logan. I almost said my last name. Logan Delaney. There we go. I said it.
Put it out there into the world. It's like
please,
the Wish.
Please like and follow me so that I can get more clout than Oliver.
Apparently, we learned today that Oliver has a massive face.
No, I
have-
do not.
You have
like,
one
oh, you
profile
got-
pic blow up, and suddenly you're an e-boy.
Yeah, he said he
my
got
profile
100
pic at 100 likes.
No, I was just like,
not to
guys,
brag, guys.
I can share something, and like maybe people will come check out our YouTube.
No, you said not to brag. But
Meanwhile,
like, my Facebook
if
profile
you're not-
just hits 100 likes.
If you're not subscribed to us on YouTube, please follow us,
Yeah.
because it's really hard to actually find our channel on YouTube.
But
because-
just let it be known that you
it autocorrects
subscribed
to something
after
else.
this episode, not because of Oliver's post.
Yeah. Well, by the time you get this, hopefully we'll have more.
Well, Oliver's
I only had
posts
the best
would
of
have been
intentions.
I'm. What's my name? I'm Harry.
Hi, Harry.
I am Harry.
Harry.
Hi, I'm Oliver.
You're a
Oh,
wizard,
Harry.
Oh.
Oh,
What's this mean?
I'm a what?
wizard.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just playing Harry.
Oh my god, that video is so messed up. How old is that video?
I don't. I've had that like pretty much my entire life.
That you're a wizard.
Yeah, when you hear,
Yeah,
say,
but
I'm Harry, like,
you know
I know the
meme?
video. Yeah, that
Yeah.
meme, yeah.
I don't know the meme.
That was like
Yeah, I
know the exact-
2011.
Yeah, I was very early meme.
There's this version of Harry Potter where they swap out wands with penis in the subtitles. I'm keen to watch that.
That'd be funny.
There's a version of Harry Potter where they swap out all the wands for guns.
Yeah,
They're all
that
just
was
shooting
funny.
each other.
Seriously?
It's like a
Yeah,
fun edit.
someone's actually edited it into all
Oh
the.
my god.
bang 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 bang.
Yeah.
It's just like American. It's a school. Hogwarts like any American school.
Oh
I'm,
my god.
Pumped up
I'm,
kicks.
I'm satiated. I'm Dennis Earlim, DENNIS.EIR.LM.
Wow,
That's my
alright.
Instagram.
Denny Limmy.
I was gonna say you don't have dots in your name.
On Instagram, I do.
Over the eye does.
Do you want to
Can
talk
you
about?
imagine
Do you want
like
to talk about your
people's
TikTok?
like if someone's middle name? I want to have a kid and make their middle name Dot.
Dot is shorthand for Dorothy.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because imagine if
So
like
people
my name
people
is
do go by
Dot.
Dot.
My name's like if it's like someone say your full name, Logan Dot Delaney.
Right.
It's so funny.
Legend,
be
wait
a
for it,
pain.
Derry.
What if your name is logan.delaney@gmail.com?
Oh my gosh. So it'd be Logan ... Delaney.
I can see that being a thing for like a Patreon exclusive thing of like a big celebrity family who got a new kid, and they're like, fans name our child.
Name our child. That's awful.
How about me make a Patreon? We'll change Oliver's middle name to Dot
legally change my name?
for
Oliver.not.
$100,000.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'd do that.
Let us know, guys.
Yeah, I'd keen.
I would.
Yeah.
I would change my middle name to Dot for 100,000.
Well, you wouldn't. We'd split it between all of us.
Oliver.
Why would you guys?
Because it was my
You
idea.
can make it 101,000, so you get an extra 1,000.
Wow. Well, there you go.
101,000.
Oliver.not.
Yeah. Oliver.not.
Remember when that German guy tried to like get your
Oh yeah.
your
He tried-
Instagram?
Oh, yeah,
like,
there's
handle?
Shout
a
out to
famous guy
Oliver
called
Knott.
Oliver Knott who like makes aquariums.
As
and he
famous as you?
I don't know about that. He messaged me on Instagram and he was like, "Oh, like it would be cool to like have my Instagram name because my Instagram name is just Oliver Knott and his is like OK_ something." He was like, "Oh, it would be cool to have the name Oliver Knott. Would you be interested in selling me your name?" And then this sounds so bad. I was like, well, I do theater and acting, so it might be good to have that
I got, like,
that
100
page
fans.
in the future.
Oh, did you tell him
I
that?
got a lot of.
Yeah, I was like, however, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Feel free to make me give me like a sale. Like make me an offer. I said, feel free to make me an offer, and he never messaged me.
Well, you hardballed him because like it's quite
No,
hard.
I was like, feel free to make me an offer.
Yeah, no, it was a good offer.
Yeah,
that made sense.
I was like, I'm interested. He never did.
I'm the Instagram father.
I feel like it would be like advantageous for him to have that name.
Yeah.
It would be. Hey guys.
Hi. Anyway.
Hi.
I got a game for us today.
Yeah. What's the
Yeah.
game?
So it's kind of like no secret. This episode is centered around Hypno.
It's in the title.
Yeah, exactly.
Really?
Hypno is quite a creepy Pokemon, as we all know. It's a bit of a scary one. I'm actually
Spooky
going to
boy.
read off a Pokedex entry it has from the game. I believe it's Fire Red. Yes, it is Fire Red. So this is the Pokedex entry for Hypno in Fire Red.
Mm-hmm.
It carries a pendulum-like device. There was once an incident in which it took away a child it hypnotized.
Oh my gosh.
This is quite a running theme
Oh my
with the
gosh.
Pokemon games that, like, Psychic or Ghost type Pokemon tend to have very creepy Pokedex entries.
Jeez.
It's quite wild. So I found 3 Pokedex entries, which are kind of spooky, and I want to see if you guys can figure out
I like
what
that.
the Pokemon are. Logan, I'm afraid you may struggle because these Pokemon might be in games you haven't played.
Ooh,
Just
okay.
a heads up.
Okay, this is exciting. Should we? What cries? Oh, like what's the buzzer noises gonna be? Uh,
Oliver.
No, it's gotta be a Pokemon.
Gotta be a Pokemon.
Bulba.
okay.
What does Magikarp say?
Carp.
Carp.
I'll be Chansey.
Lovely. Can we go that one more time again? So Oliver,
Bulba.
Logan,
Carp.
Dennis.
Chansey.
Great. So I'm going to tell you the Pokemon, and then I'm not going to tell you the Pokemon. I'm going to read the Dex entry. I'll tell you what game it's from, and then you guys can tell me the Pokemon.
Some would say you're going to read the Dexperience entry.
Oh.
It says whispered that any child who mistakes blank for a balloon and holds on.
Bulba.
Wait, let me finish it. Let me finish it. I'm going to start again.
Well, I'm just going to yell Bulba again.
Well, I'm going to finish it.
Okay, well,
I'll
just
ban you from answering this one.
He has the power.
It is whispered that any child who makes blank mistakes blank for a balloon and holds onto it could wind up missing.
Bulba.
Chansey.
Hey, he needs to say what game it's from.
It's from Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
Bulba.
Oliver.
Drifloon.
Yes.
I feel like we should be able to interrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
like-
interrupt.
Well, it's just that like the whole.
Or else then it's just
Because
It's
otherwise, like, we'll have time to think about it, or like
Well, just I
we'll
want to
catch
get
up.
it all out so the listeners can know what the thing is. That's why I wanna
It's
do
not
it.
like the game shows; they don't usually read it out.
Well, we're different.
Okay.
Second one. The fate of the ships and crew that wander into blank's habitat. All sunken, all lost, all vanished. From Black and White.
Oh,
Bulba.
Oliver.
Sharpedo.
No.
Chansey.
Dennis.
Anchor Pokemon.
It wasn't in black and white.
No.
Oh. Hmm.
You fool.
Hmm.
You fake
Would you
fan.
like a clue?
Carp.
Logan? It is in Sword and Shield as
Oh,
well.
I got it.
Oh, is it actually?
Bulbasaur.
Hold on. See if Logan's got one.
Magikarp.
I'm afraid not.
Bulba.
Oliver.
Jellicent.
You got it.
Ah,
Yes.
yeah. I had one.
The
Okay.
Pringle Man. Okay, and the last one. After a lost child perished in the forest, the spirits possessed a tree stump, causing the spirit's rebirth as this Pokemon. From Sword and Shield.
Bulba.
Chansey.
Dennis.
It could be either Phantom.
You got it.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome.
I
We all got
won.
You won.
You did.
I never win games.
Oh.
About
Champ, you did it.
time. Yeah. How creepy, man.
Yeah, I was noticing a theme there.
Yeah,
Creepy,
a lot to do with like taking children
Spooky.
or taking spirits.
Yeah.
There's a lot more. So if we do any more freaky ghost
Mhm.
psychic Pokemon,
Another interesting weird Pokedex entries are Mega Pokemon. They all have really like gross Pokedex
Oh, yeah?
entries where it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the power like overwhelms their body as they mega evolve, and it like forces their bodies to like, yeah,
even with a Kangaskhan, even though it's just this baby growing.
yeah,
Yeah.
and like it makes it sound really like gross Mega Evolution that it hurts the Pokemon.
Well, it's kind of like
so.
that's why the edgy gym leader
Yes.
Piers, Sword and Shield.
Sword and Shield, yeah, he
And
does
Dynamax.
Dynamax
He is
because
a Dynamax.
he thinks it's a bit
It hurts.
abusive.
Yeah.
The
So-
power is
So
overwhelming.
getting into the episode.
Hypno's nap time.
I love the name of the
Naptime.
town they're in. The
Hop, hop, hop.
Yeah, hop town.
I
That
missed
was-
that.
I missed
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like
That's
hop,
great.
hop, hop town.
Yeah, they all hop. And then I love how the first shot of this episode, is of a middle-aged woman's boob.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that
Literally,
opening.
like the whole frame
Oh,
is her
it's
like
ridiculous.
it's her like breasts.
Even
So
worse,
bad.
like she's running to Ash because she thinks it's her lost child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
sticks
like-
his face
This is-
right in the
She
boobs.
smothers
Yeah.
him in her
And
boobs.
she's like, "Hey Arnold."
Hey
Oh,
Arnold.
yeah.
Alright,
Hey
hey,
Arnold
football
is
head.
Such a great show.
Do you think
actually.
she like ran around town looking for her kid, going, "Hey Arnold"?
I think she ran around town
Oh my
smothering
God.
poor
That's
boys
like
in her
terrifying
boobs.
though. Like imagine like losing your child like in Heavy Rain, where you go like Jason,
I haven't seen
Shot!
Jason,
Jason!
Jason.
It's a bit weird, huh? Because like, why did she need to have big
It
boobs?
was like a solid like half a second. It
'Cause
was
it's
just
like-
focused on boobs.
It's like motherly, isn't it, to be like have like a big bosom?
chest.
Is it?
Isn't it like yeah?
I
Like
guess it is
motherly-
like a shorthand.
yeah, and
isn't
it's
it?
like a motherly like
Right.
a motherly body. Like it's like warm.
What's
and
the
advice.
Saying women with
Yeah,
small boobs
I-
can't be
like-
mothers, Logan?
No,
I
I'm
guess
saying
that,
like
that
and,
is
like
that is a
traditional-
trope.
Yeah, it's
But
like
like,
So what's
there
a
are other
fatherly
ways
body
they could
then?
have.
I don't know, but like
Dad
Being
bod-
very
dad-
stern
dad
and
bods.
stoic and being like, oh yes,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like
Yes, yes,
like
yes, yes.
Brock's dad.
yeah.
Okay, I
It's
have
a
my bottom
throwback.
line for this episode.
Oh, we got bottom lines. That's right. That's new.
The
Oh, can I
bottom
go
line-
first?
Okay.
Okay.
Naptime.
Prequel to Detective Pikachu.
Wow.
Wait. And then prequel also to inspiration for Get Out.
That's what I thought. I thought of Get Out as well.
I
when
haven't
I was watching
seen
it.
Get Out.
Oh, that's
Oh.
clever.
Oh, we'll
all right,
spoil it.
all right.
No, you can talk about it. I probably won't watch it.
Nah, we won't
Oh, it's
spoil it.
pretty good.
'Cause It's good.
Okay.
It's awesome.
I haven't got one. You go,
Okay.
Dennis.
The trio investigate and tear down a child abduction and Pokemon trafficking ring run by wealthy elites who do not seem inclined to change their ways. Eat the rich.
Yes, son.
That's my bottom line.
Bottom line: hypnotism gets pranked with glass, and kid likes to squirm like a cat to pee. That's all.
Uh,
Thanks, guys.
bottom
Little
line:
kids, man.
Hypno's pre-evolution is stronger than Hypno.
No.
Oh.
Drowsy?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know. The Hypno like made like the whole city fall asleep.
Oh,
right?
The
crap.
drowsy made everyone else wake up again.
Do you know what Hypno looks like, Oliver?
What do you think?
Oliver's a big fan of Adventure. I'd asked Dennis.
I'm a
because I
big
couldn't
fan of
do-
Adventure.
I-
Lemon
The
Grab.
lemon guy? Yeah, even I got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I was looking at his face and I was like, saying to Dennis, I was like, what the hell does he look like? And Dennis like, yeah. Lemon
Oliver,
Grab.
would you like to do an impression of
Lemon Grab.
Hypno as Lemon Grab?
Hypno is lemon grab.
Dennis, don't move over.
What's
Yeah.
Hypno's cry?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
What is
But
Hypno's
lemon grab's just like. How do you even do it?
Unacceptable!
Acceptable!
Oh my
You dweebs!
I wasn't ready for those.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh,
That is
yeah,
what he's
yeah,
like,
That's
yeah.
gonna be a pain.
What is Hypno's called?
It just goes like Hypno.
To be like, Hypno!
I love how it starts like it goes Hypno!
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We like to have fun.
That
here
was
on the
fun,
Pixel.
yeah.
Sorry for audio listeners.
Yeah. Which is literally everyone.
Everyone has to listen
Next
to
time
the
we'll
Everyone
give you a
has-
warning.
Unless they got subtitles.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'll try and like compress it.
Still listen with headphones in this episode.
So now
so
this
after the
episode.
close-up of the boobs,
Yeah.
we
Okay.
learn that Arnold, the mother's, we never learned her name. Arnold's mum
Arnold's big titted
thinks
mum.
that Ash looks
Please,
like.
we are. Can we have some decorum?
What
But
did
no,
you say?
Harry's not wrong.
I'm
'cause
not
that's-
wrong. They're talking
decorum.
about Ash losing his fucking virginity.
That was metaphorical.
What did
it's
you say?
different.
He just said, like, big titty.
Arnold's big titted mum.
But because that's what they emphasized.
Oh my
they
goodness.
wanted us to know that.
Yeah.
What? I didn't even notice that she
How
had
they
big
had
tits.
specific,
There was,
explicit
there
shots of
was
just
a
the
half a
boobs.
second where it was just boobs.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, there was
Dude,
a
it's the
shot
opening
of just
shot
the
of the
boobs.
show.
I completely missed.
Oh, you
that.
sound like a kid who's got caught watching porn. Like,
Uh,
no, I don't do it. It's gross.
I didn't even think of that.
I mean, I guess this is just. It's just one of those things, isn't it?
I mean, maybe that's interesting.
Yes.
Maybe you just maybe you genuinely didn't
Just
notice
glossed
that.
over it.
Yeah,
I
maybe
did.
you
I
did.
glossed over
Ah.
those big boobs.
We learned that Ash looks a lot like Arnold.
Whoever Arnold is.
Whoever Arnold is.
He's got a
And
football head.
then we learned that Arnold's been disappearing for 3 days.
Is cat dog in this episode, or is it just all?
And then we learned
cow and
that
chicken.
Arnold's not the only kid who's gone away, and there's a whole bunch
There's a
of
whole wall.
posters.
Yeah,
So
a lot
what's-
of children have disappeared. There's like a whole thing where like this episode plays out like a police procedural
What's
or
the
a mystery.
What's
Hmm,
the collective noun for a group of children other than group?
Kiddies.
What?
Kitties.
Like
It's the
children?
collective noun for a bunch of
Herd.
children. A herd of children.
Pride.
The herd is
What?
I learned
A
that.
playground.
I learned that playground of children. I like that one.
Yeah.
I learned. Oh.
Do you know, Harry? Should we
All right.
Actually, no, all of
Oh.
us the creepy one in Playgrounds. Remember his pickup line?
What was?
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
The pickup line.
I learned that the collective noun for crows is a conspiracy of crows.
I thought it was a.
Murder?
No,
Murder.
murder's ravens. Oh,
Oh.
sorry, other way around. Yep,
Okay.
ravens is a conspiracy of ravens.
Oh,
Okay.
cool.
Hey, you know this is completely unrelated, but you know the Alice in Wonderland saying, "Why isn't a raven like a writing desk?"
No, I'm not familiar.
That's
with
like I know.
Disney.
I know. What you
There's
mean.
there's like supposed to be like no answer to it, but I just came up with an answer the other night. It's because they both have inky black on them.
Cool.
That's probably
So
one of the. I think
Yeah.
the whole point is that there's heaps
Yeah.
of answers, but there's
Yeah.
also no answer. Right?
Yeah.
no clear answer.
But I've never thought of an answer. That's a good one.
Interesting little
Or
conundrum.
if you
there.
use
So
blue ink.
I actually this gave me another thought, slightly unrelated, as well. So so you know how people become really into like Pokemon training and become Pokemon trainers because of Pokemon.
Pokemon Masters.
Yes.
What if the modern equivalent? I feel like for us
Uh-huh.
would be getting into Fortnite and
Yeah,
wanting to
training
become,
in Fortnite.
and wanting to become a
Esports.
Fortnite. No, not even esports. Like becoming like a Fortnite battle royale star.
Yeah. Well, I know how that feels, Logan.
Well, if you want to do that though, you have to get into esports.
it's gonna-
like
no, I
the
mean,
Fortnite
like-
sports.
Real Fortnite,
What?
like Hunger Games.
Oh, I get you
that'd be
now.
that would be the Pokemon equivalent. Like you would actually, because like
Oh.
you'd go, you'd play, you'd learn the game,
Yeah.
and then you'd do it in real life. You'd go out and
Right.
like, leave home
Oh.
at 10 years old to go sign up to this battle royale. Where
Yeah,
you line
people
up
aren't
I mean,
dying. in the
That's
is
Pokemon.
there
called
respawns
the
in this
military,
life?
Logan.
Are there respawns? I don't know.
I don't know.
So that's what it made me think about. This like
You just
dark
pitched a
reality
Pokemon
where
Hunger Games, and I'm all
10-year-olds
for it.
go to
Train.
Or want to
train
die.
for Fortnite. For that sweet,
Man,
sweet
when-
victory.
Whenever
royale.
World War III happens, all the kids are going to be like, I can't build!
It's gonna be flossing.
Where's
Oh
the
my God.
shield potion?
Let me hit the chug jug real quick.
Why can't I carry a pickaxe and a gun?
So Ash is getting
You
hugged
actually
by.
have to swap.
So it's like,
Oh my
so I've
god.
got my DualShock 4, I'm ready to go.
So Ash is getting
Gotta play with the mouse and
accosted
keypad.
by a random woman, and Misty kind of tries to break it up. As BFFs try to do when you when you're at the club.
They're a bit
and,
more
like,
than
a-
just BFFs.
when you're when you're at the club and like some random dude is talking to your friend and you're like you go up to them and
She's
be
being
like,
a good wingman.
you're like, hey, is everything okay? If like they don't want to be talked to or like be in that situation, but then Brock kind of pulls Misty away because maybe, I don't know, Brock wants some of that big titty. I don't know.
I thought that was going in a wholesome direction,
It was
Dennis.
a
I was like,
wholesome
yeah, that's like a
I
good thing
spaced
to
out
do.
for the star of that, and
yeah.
I struggled to
So
get back
yeah,
in.
this, and then who's putting up all the missing posters?
Officer
Officer
Jenny.
Jenny.
Yeah, and she has a pin.
She's a no.
Oh, it
They
was
think, you
upside
think
down
enjoy
triangle. Sorry.
Jenny's badge because it's
badge.
the first Jenny in a while. She has a lovely like little inverted triangle.
Yeah.
And
It's
Ash
very
actually
nice.
asked,
Arrow.
Actually,
as other well-known
Ash
as.
asked how she's related to.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's
She's
so
the
good.
cousins,
just
cousins to
Yeah.
the
The last
Jenny
one.
in previous town.
And Maiden's
Maiden's Peak.
Maiden's
yeah.
Peak. So that's second.
That was
cousins.
really funny.
I think she could have just said.
Ash is like, oh, are you like her something something? And then
Yeah.
she's like, no, that's silly. I'm her cousin's cousin.
Yeah, that's right. And then there's all these posters, and of course, so Brock sees Jenny and these missing children as an opportunity to get its flirt on,
Yeah.
He does.
and it was like, oh,
Yeah.
I can help you find those children.
Yeah, that
Jenny."
Brock, huh?
Brock.
Which
That-
is so inappropriate.
Actually,
There are
that's-
children
Speaking of
missing.
inappropriate.
Yeah, you go, Dan.
Well, speaking of inappropriate, there was like they were talking about all those children being on those posters, and Missy's like, one day I'm gonna be on a poster as a movie star.
That's
At
awful.
time and a place,
Yeah,
Misty.
they're like dead children, Misty, and you're...
They're like, who knows where these children are going?
I'm famous.
Can I just say that like the mystery, the initial mystery of like this episode is actually quite intriguing. It's like a WB mini series, like
Yeah, it's like where'd they go?
children go missing 3 days ago. Where do they go?
Mhm.
And then you spend
Where
their
they come from?
and then they come back with superpowers or something.
Mm.
Yeah.
And then Ash is like looks over at Arnold's mum, and he's like has a flashback to the band
The Beauty
has a
and the
episode,
Beach
flashback,
episode.
yeah.
Beauty and the Beach, which
Yeah.
like
So that's
And-
the last time you would have seen Ash's mum.
Yeah, and then we see
must
Ash's
have been
mum
really
in her bikini,
Yeah.
and Ash is like, "Wow, this
And it's my mum with her big tits.
He's like, "Mommy thick."
Wouldn't that have been really confusing? Because that
It
episode
must
was
have been,
banned.
Yeah,
it would have been.
been.
confusing.
So people would have been
Yeah,
like,
like,
when
where's
did
this
that
episode?
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ash sees. He's like, "Okay, I'm gonna do this," and then we get basically Detective Pikachu,
Yeah,
and Ash is like, "I'm gonna be a detective."
master detective.
And I was instantly thinking, like, aren't there people with qualifications who should be doing this job? Like,
Well, nurse-
why?
Well,
Officer Jenny, and she's doing
Yeah.
a poor job.
She's kind of let them tag
She doesn't.
along.
Oh no, that's spoilers for you.
Actually, I actually have an idea. Maybe Officer Jenny is kind of having them along to use them as bait.
Because they're children, yeah.
Ah.
And
She's
so
like, may as well bring you along.
That's
apparently the
awful. That's
kids
true.
have nothing in common.
Yeah.
So Brock's like, "Oh, how about we go like ask some other kids at the Pokemon Center?" And then Ash is like, "Brilliant deduction."
Yeah.
He says it like 3
Yeah.
times. Eh? Like Brock's the main detective.
Yeah.
Dude,
I
how
think so.
fucking whack is this Pokemon Center?
Oh my god, I had that written
Yeah.
down as well. That is
Yeah.
such a cool Pokemon Center. It has like a UFO stuck to the
Yeah.
side of it.
Yeah,
like
the
a big
design.
telescope or something
Yeah.
on the other side.
It's
It's
pretty cool.
silly.
It's like, this is crazy. It's so cool.
And inside, of course, the Pokemon Center is
Miss Joy.
Nurse Joy.
To
What
tell
is-
the difference, she has a pink cross
Yeah.
Mhm.
on
And
her
then-
hat.
Ash also asks her if she's related to the Joy in Maiden's Peak, and she just laughs and goes, "Of course I am." There you go.
fool.
Do you
idiot.
think-
Do you not read the forums?
Do you think the Joy ever like swap hats for a day to live a life
Yeah.
with another person?
Just
She's-
like, yo, cousin, your husband's pretty hot.
Oh my god.
I'll swap some hats.
Rock's intimidating the children, being like, "You tell this beautiful woman
Yeah.
what she wants to know."
Yeah, he's playing bad cop.
You know, that whole time I was like, Brock, there are children
They're
missing.
like 3 years old, man.
And he's still trying to get himself a
Sometimes
piece.
you gotta get
A
results.
Results?
Well, I mean, like to get to solve the case.
No, but he was doing it in a way where he was just trying to get in
He was just-
in Jenny's
yeah.
pants.
Oh my
He wasn't
gosh.
actually
Yeah.
trying to help out.
Yeah. So
And then he also like flirts with Nurse Joy at this
Oh
point.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
Can't help
Brock,
himself. Can't help
Brock, what's going on?
The
I think
hustle.
we need
know-
to get. He's like a bit of a sex pest.
You know, that's
Brock
not
needs
healthy.
some dicking
You know?
down.
Thank
What,
you,
Brock?
Mr. Psychologist. Thank you.
No, I'm just saying they like, you know.
Tell that to your 100 fans.
I hope like I hope like young like boys wouldn't watch that and be like, oh, that's like a good thing
That's
to do.
acceptable
You know?
to do,
Yeah.
because it's Brock did it.
Explain the fuckboy phenomenon.
It came from Brock.
Yeah, it came from Brock.
Wow.
But like
yes.
when I was a 10-year-old, if I would have been watching this, I was still in the girls are yucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
stink.
That's
I think like they get better at kind of punishing Brock for being a bit
They
like
do.
this. Like
Oh yeah.
Misty will often just like tear him away for his ear or something.
and-
Oh,
Because-
so abuses.
Because
When
in
we-
Maiden's Peak, it's quite like his like way of thinking is a bit like more like romanticized.
Yes, that's true. There's
In,
more like
I know
heart
in
to it.
Gen 4, Brock
Yeah.
has a Krogan which always jabs him with a poison jab every
Yeah.
time he goes head over heels.
Brock
It's
just starts
like-
bleeding.
It's
Is
really
Brock still around
interesting
in Gen
because
4?
yeah,
Does Misty leave first?
she does. Spoiler alert.
Yes,
Spoiler alert.
She does leave.
But there's like I think Brock's more like fascinated with the idea of Nurse Joy and Jenny. Like I think like if like someone was like, yeah, let's do it, Brock, he just wouldn't know what to do. He'd just
scared,
He'd
yeah.
just be a little boy about
What
it.
do you mean by it?
Your
What, do you,
balls top.
Huh?
what were you referring
It.
to?
Like
What's it?
it.
Yeah.
What's it?
Like the
the
movie
clown?
It? Like yeah.
Yeah, they're dressing up as clowns, reenacting it.
No.
Seriously, what's it, Dennis?
No, but seriously though, yeah.
Okay, when a man loves a woman, or
Well, it's
when a-
exclusionary
When it's
to
just a
a
man or a
heterosexual
woman?
couple.
when a toucan likes a combi,
Are
and
these Pokemon?
Yes, they are.
Yeah, two cannon likes a combi.
yeah,
Are they in the
That's
same-
a giant bird and a little bee.
Yeah, but you know, like
Okay.
Warlord and Skitty can breed.
Keep going, please.
I'm trying to explain the Pidgey and the Beedrill over here.
Oh yeah, can you
That's
explain
good.
the Pidgey and the
That's
Beedrill?
good.
Yeah.
Keep
huh?
going.
That's
the best joke you ever
Man,
made.
this is going to be in the
What?
description of the episode.
Can you give us the Pidgey and the Beedrills, please?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never got this actually.
When-
so
Yeah, same.
Okay. When
I
Pidgey,
got it from high school.
Yes.
and, like,
Yeah, me too. My
Pidgey-
parents were like, yeah, we're not doing it. We'll leave it for the school to
Sorry,
do.
carry on to this.
when Pidgey liked Beedrill very, very much, they lived together for
Just
3
like?
years
Mhm.
just to see how it goes.
Okay.
See,
And then, if it's going plain sailing, they decide to have a little Pidgey bee crossbreed.
What does that like?
Sounds terrifying.
What does that mean? Like,
It's got like It's got like a feather sticking out of its tongue, and it's got
That's
like.
awful.
How do they create that? Like in a lab?
Yeah.
Well, it's like you know, like I was gonna say like monkeys, but that's an actual animal. Don't like a dorse. What is it?
It's a door.
Mules. That's what they're called.
Horse donkeys.
Yeah, horse donkeys or
Doors.
dorse.
I'm out riding my dorse.
Keep going.
Logan's
What
got-
do the Beedrill and the Pidgey do when they're doing this? How do they mate?
They're dorsing around.
Well, they chat for a while.
Okay, what are they chatting about?
Just what they're up to,
Okay.
life
Oh,
in
Judah.
general.
Okay, let's move on from this. It's gone on long enough. All right, moving
I
on.
was very uncomfortable talking about that.
The highlight of that was dorse.
A dorse.
I'm dorsing.
Donkey
the
horse.
doors from dorsing around. All the BoJack Horseman fans will get that.
I love BoJack Horseman. I just
It's my
finished
favorite
season
show.
5.
How have you?
Yeah. I'm just watched the first episode, season 6.
Oh yeah,
It's my favorite TV show. I love it.
I've watched up to season 6. It's quite good. So,
This is a Pokemon
eventually, okay. So
Oh, Joy's
after-
like, all the Pokemon are also being strange, and all the Pokemon are like
Yeah.
just real sleepy and like sad.
We see a
Yeah.
sleepy Cubo and a very emo
Yes,
oddish.
an emo oddish.
A still Magikarp and a Psyduck.
with a headache.
Psyduck hurting
That
everything.
oddish, like its hair was all like floopy.
very
It
little
looks
peep.
depressed.
Do you know what I thought why the Psyduck might be having like a really bad headache?
Why is that?
Because of all like the, as we learn soon, like all the different waves and stuff. that are
Right.
going
Yeah.
on.
Or the telekinetic waves.
Could have been
yeah.
like hurting his head.
Yeah. And so Pikachu also happens to get affected by these whatever's in the air, I guess.
And that's when it gets personal.
Pikachu, like they all just look depressed.
Yeah, they just get
They
like,
just look severely depressed.
it's like when you like you're tired
And
and
you know,
No
all
motivation.
you know,
your
like-
energy's drained.
if any other trainers came into the city and they found their Pokemon were like falling asleep, they'd just get the hell out of Dodge. Wouldn't
Yeah.
you think? They just leave. But these trio, they really care about the plight of this
They
town.
gotta save lives.
Yeah.
And then so they
Respect
talk
it.
about
Yeah.
so this detector that Officer Jenny has starts beeping, and Brock's like, oh, is that a handsome man like detector?
Oh,
And Jenny's
Oh,
like,
what a
awful.
smooth criminal.
that actually was that's a pretty good line.
I can't use it myself.
And then Jenny's like, no, it's a sleep wave detector.
And she just carries that. Oh, it's been 3 days, I guess.
Yeah, it's been 3 days.
Yeah,
so
that
they're
makes
trying
sense.
to. So she's
Yeah.
noticed that there's sleep waves, and they're gonna go track the sleep waves. And then we cut to Team Rocket, who can also are tracking the sleep waves, and they want to find the. I think they know that it's a Hypno or something, and they want to go capture it just so they can knock out Giovanni and go on holiday.
Yeah, they want to sedate him so
Yeah.
that they can just go on a nap
Yeah.
spree, I guess, vacation.
Yeah, vacation. Yeah, and then they start crying because even though they suck at being bad, they still want a holiday.
Yeah.
Which, like, you know, they
Bless them
they
so
went on a
much.
cruise.
People-
So-
But
They
they
were
nearly
still
died.
working, Logan.
They died like
And
3
also, that
times.
cruise kind of ended pear-shaped for them.
Yeah, look, Ash got to lose his virginity on that cruise. So.
No, he traded away his Butterfree, Oliver. That was subtextual. It's not like he actually did that. It's like
Yeah,
meaningful.
You're right. It is like
you did not talk about big titties. It's not allowed.
I'm not saying it's not that. I'm just saying, well, like, titties aren't inherently like appealing for
I
me.
actually, not even as a joke at all, enjoyed the. I thought the Butterfree.
You like the titties?
I thought the Butterfree virginity like
analogy.
metaphor was actually quite good. Like I thought.
Well, thank you.
yeah, I
It didn't fit.
I thought it. I actually thought it fit
No.
quite well.
Yeah.
No.
For Dexters who don't know
'Cause
what
then,
we are
like, later
referring
on,
to,
he
Isn't
does-
that Battle Aboard the Saint?
Battle-
Later
What to say,
on,
Anne, watch
Ash
that
does
episode.
give away his Butterfree, but on his own terms.
What?
And
And he's a lot happier about it.
yeah, he doesn't have regrets about
This
it.
is the last episode I do on the Experience podcast.
See, Harry.
It's been a
So
while,
anyway,
man.
we follow the team following the sleepwave detectors, and they end up on atop of a skyscraper where there's a massive mansion.
Yeah.
pretty damn cool.
Yeah, they seem so surprised that there's a mansion on top of there.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah,
like,
I would be.
It would be like a tourist
Yeah,
or
we-
some sort of.
I don't know
like,
how they
thing.
would build the foundation.
Yeah.
to support such a big.
There's
map.
like a lake,
Architecture.
isn't there? There's like
Yeah, it's a full garden.
There's all these like
Yeah.
hedges.
How
That
do
was
they
really
plant
cool.
the trees?
For,
I don't know.
For Get Out people have seen Get Out. This is where like I started. Like this is where like if you notice this place
Yeah.
in the next thing, this is where like the
I
Get
didn't
Out.
put I didn't put two
Oh.
together.
Have
but
you
now
seen
I
it?
see it.
Yeah,
I see
this
it
is-
now.
yeah.
it's
This
really
was
cool.
like I haven't seen it either, but this was weird because when they come up to the mansion and they see all the people, is like some weird Illuminati
Yeah,
kind
so
of
it's-
stuff.
Yeah.
I thought originally. when
Oh
they-
wait, we should say
so they
Brock
bust
and
in.
Ash,
Yeah.
bust in, and there's all these like rich, fancy
Yeah.
people, and Hypno and Drowzee are just
Yeah.
sitting in the middle of the room.
Originally, I thought it was all these rich people selling the children.
Yeah, I thought they
Yeah,
were putting the
what's that,
children to
like,
sleep.
like a
They're putting
pedophile
children
ring.
to
Well,
sleep.
you
Yeah,
know,
like a
if you think
pedophile
about
ring.
it, their story does not add up. 3 days, children have gone missing, and like surely someone would have known about these children going missing and how they correlate with the Pokemon in the Pokemon Center going sleepy. Are these rich people aren't living in a bubble? I'm not going conspiracy theory, but I feel like I am a little bit because then, like, we'll get into it. But this is like this story does not hold up. at
Well, that's
all.
why it starts getting a bit like you haven't seen Get,
Get
Out,
Out.
but that is what it's like. Like you
Yeah.
have all these rich people and like all of their
Yeah.
stories and stuff. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't add up, and it
'Cause,
starts
like,
getting really
they're
creepy.
like-
That's like
You start to realize
They're
something's
like-
going
we should
on.
watch Get Out. It's so good.
It's
Very
the
good.
middle of the
Very,
day.
very good.
It's the middle of the day, and they're like all dressed up like fancy gowns and stuff, and like we use the Hypno to go to sleep.
Because
That's
it used
because
to be
we work so much and we're stressed and can't sleep.
yeah, because they all have insomnia. Because 3 days ago, it's important to note that they just had 2 Drowzees, and the Drowzee just evolved.
Oh, I
into a
didn't pick
Hypno.
up on that.
Yeah, so they
Oh,
didn't
cool.
always have the Hypno. The
Yeah.
Hypno just evolved into Hypno 3 days ago.
So it's
Oh.
I almost feel like maybe they're like using the Drowzee to get high or something as well. Like
It is. I feel like the Hypno. They must be doing some like.
They were
kinky
just
stuff.
hanging out and
For
like
me-
sleeping
Yeah,
together.
for me, I see a bunch of
Not in that way.
rich white people surrounding a table of 2 Pokemon. I instantly think of a sex thing.
really.
Yeah, I don't know
I
what
mean-
it could be. I don't have any theories. I don't want to go down
It's
that
like-
rabbit hole.
Do you think
but
people have sex with Pokemon?
That's
it's
not a
strong
hole we should get
possibility.
into.
There's this part
But
where
yes.
there's a part where they're
Mr.
about to
Mind.
there's a part where they're about to confront the guy about the Hypno and the sleep waves and stuff, and then Brock just chimes and goes, "Oh, it must be a side effect from the Hypno," and the guy like instantly goes like, "Yeah, of course, it must be a side effect."
You're right.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, did he? Wow, cool.
Like accidentally, he must have done it by
Oh,
accident.
no.
Oh my gosh, how? Oh, we gotta
Turns-
stop
turns
this.
the person to a side.
Yeah.
Because they're using because they all have insomnia, and instead of using drug, because like they said, oh yes, being like rich in the city like really tires you out
Yeah.
and like makes your mind
Yeah.
fancy, which is why they have insomnia apparently. 'Cause they're
Makes
so-
perfect sense.
Absolutely,
look
and
at
that's
it.
why they're all like
No,
like
leave
at
that.
this kind of function in the middle of the day in evening wear. In the middle of the day,
It is very like.
How can you build a house on a skyscraper?
it is some
I
weird.
don't get it.
Yeah.
It's some weird like Illuminati like secret
So
culture.
what
type
happens
thing.
next? What?
Well, Misty gets hypnotized and thinks
Yes.
she's a seal.
yeah.
Yeah, she starts going seal, seal, seal,
Yeah.
and clapping her hands,
Clapping
and then
her
she
hands.
just like
Bolts.
gaps.
She just
Well, we
runs out.
well,
and then
She gets out.
Do you know what I find interesting? The fact that like
That's
they
my
must have had to catch an elevator or something down all those stairs.
Yeah.
good show.
So Ash
Thank
and
you,
stuff
thank you.
weren't that far behind.
Yeah.
So did they all just catch the elevator together with Mystic going seal,
What?
seal?
What do you mean?
Because like that
To get
mansion
down
was on
the
top of the
skyscraper.
skyscraper. So to get down the bottom of the skyscraper, and they were chasing after Misty, they probably would have been able.
She didn't go down to the. Did
Yeah,
She?
they escaped.
Yeah,
I
they
thought they
escaped.
were still on the like mansion.
No, no,
space.
no, 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 no.
No.
They were in a big.
Run.
End up running to a
a
park
park.
in the middle of the city.
Yeah.
What? That makes even less sense. I
Yeah.
thought the park
Yeah.
was
No.
on the
No.
skyscraper.
No,
No, the
because
park
they
was just
say,
in the
what
city."
kind of city has a big park? Lots of
New
big
York
cities.
City.
Yeah.
London.
I thought the
Chicago.
park. I thought the park was on top of the
No,
skyscraper.
I didn't get
Yeah.
No, but there was a garden.
There
Yeah,
was
they
a
have a
garden.
garden, but they do say what kind of city has a big park in the middle.
Lots of cities.
Yeah,
have
exactly.
parks
Yeah.
in them.
I was like, and I thought this is when it gets stupid because what kind of investigators don't check parks
For
for
kids.
children?
Exactly that. Nurse
Oh.
Officer Jenny for 3 days and think, maybe they're in the park.
Next
Yeah.
to the
Huh?
big, next to the massive
That
freaking
just
lake.
raises more questions because then how did the children know how to get the elevator down? And also, what if some of the Pokemon?
The children weren't in
They were
the
never up there.
mansion.
Yeah,
they were
they
never
were just
there.
being affected.
Yeah, the Pokemon.
They
Yeah.
were just getting affected.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it's like,
Okay,
how the
that-
hell?
How does the system work?
I
You
know.
know.
But,
Yeah,
and then,
terrible
like,
justice system.
How did
Yeah.
they all wind up next to the big lake? It makes sense
Conveniently.
because it makes sense for Misty to go there because she's pretending to be a seal. The Magikarp, that kid should have been drowning,
Yeah.
not just flailing in a puddle. Because they run into
think
the big forest
maybe-
and there's all these kids acting as
How did
Pokemon,
the kid
Maybe
be,
Hypno is subconscious, was like controlling people. the
sending
kids.
them there.
How did
Maybe
the,
it's a cry for help.
How did the kid who's pretending to be a Caterpie go down the tree?
That
like
looks so funny. The kid squirming down the tree was
Yeah.
hilarious.
Because there's all these kids
doing
in
a
the
worm
forest.
down
Isn't
a
there a
fucking tree.
Bulbasaur as well? Going like, Bulbasaur.
Imagine if they try to attack like trainers. And
Oh my
people.
god.
But so
'Cause-
the gang will catch up and get there, and then Ash goes, "What's going on?" And Brock says, "It's Pokemon-itis."
Yeah.
As if it's a
yeah.
known disease
Of
in the
course,
Pokemon world.
Pokemon-itis.
That brings
Like-
up a fun thing.
What?
What Pokemon would you be
If you were
could be a
suffering from Pokeitis.
If you suffered from Pokeitis, what Pokemon would you want to be?
Do you suffer from Pokemon-itis? Here are a few symptoms.
Get yourself
So,
checked.
call this number.
Uh,
Raid Shadow
Helpline.
Legends.
Well, what Pokemon would we be, guys?
I'd be Trubbish because
You're trash.
Trash.
Wow,
Well, I'm
awesome.
just trying to think because the environment we're in, we'd have
Yeah.
to be a Pokemon that in the environment that we could go kind of.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's like
Replicate.
it'd be a Pokemon you like, because Misty was a seal when she was in the
Right.
mansion.
But I feel like you'd have to be able to replicate it in the
Yeah,
environment.
you gotta be able to do it. So, like a
So-
flying type is probably not.
Maybe like a Rotom, and you're just pretending to be
Whoa.
pretending to be a car, like.
Rotom, that's a cool Pokemon
Yeah,
to be.
I want to be a Rotom fridge.
Rotom Fridge. I would want to be a bird, a flying type.
Yeah.
You just run around,
Jump
flapping
off
your
a
arms.
pop
oh my,
like
god,
god!
jumping off buildings.
Yeah,
All
it'd
of
be
it just
fun.
starts going pidgey, 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 and like
Oh,
runs out the
Wait,
balcony.
No, the question is if
I
I
gotta
still
pay
mean if I
more
was an
rent
actual
now.
Pokemon, I'd want to be a flying type.
No, we're talking about if you were infected with Pokemon.
Not if I'm a
I thought we were
kid.
talking about if we were infected by Pokemon-itis.
Right.
what
Yeah,
we would be.
Pokemon-itis.
Well, then none of them. That would be bad.
Okay.
Pokemon-itis. I think the most fun one would be like a really lazy one. It's like a
Like
Snorlax.
Slowbro? Oh, Slowbro.
Slowbro would be perfect, actually.
Right. Yes.
Whoa, bro.
'Cause you can just chill at the beach.
I think
And then it's like someone's like, Slowbro, use water gun. You just have to like throw up.
because the theory behind it is that because Hypno only normally does Pokemon, that he's doing adults now, it's like messing up because like he has to.
Uh-huh.
I see it as he's drawing more energy or something,
Yeah,
which
he's
is making the
using
waves
more.
a bit funkier,
Uh-huh. Makes sense.
which is what is infecting
So
all
they,
these
they
children.
find all the kitties at the park.
Yeah.
And
And,
then-
then they leave them there.
Well, yeah,
They take Misty but leave all the children.
yeah. I think.
yeah, they do.
Yeah, they
It's-
leave
That's really weird.
Well,
and
it's
they
like,
don't
what can they
inform
do?
But
anybody.
you didn't inform the parents.
They just leave.
We could have stayed there.
Yeah, they just leave the kids and they take
Off
Misty.
to Jenny.
Misty
and-
back to the mansion.
Yeah, with and they use
Drowsy.
Drowsy to
Gosh.
uninfect
Also,
her.
this whole time they just left Pikachu in the mansion, as well.
Oh,
Oh, did
yeah.
they?
He's just chilling there asleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that makes
Ash
sense, I
really
guess.
cares. He has good empathy.
Yeah.
Good
It's
call.
from the
back.
last episode. Yeah.
And so, and then they uninfect Misty with Drowsy,
And then they're about to go rescue the other kids, but they get interrupted by Team Rocket.
who have
Being
paragliders.
Pidgeotos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hang gliders.
Oh, hang gliders.
Yes.
What's the difference between a paraglider
Like
and
a hang glider, you have the railing, and a
Yeah.
paraglider.
A paraglider is just the
Yeah.
the top bit.
It's just like Breath of the Wild thing. Breath of the Wild is a paraglider. Hang glider.
Hang glider, yeah, it's like in front of you.
Okay, cool.
Like in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
I've never seen a Harold.
Oh,
and
they're so
Kumar.
good. That's the next special.
So not Misty, Jessie has this amazing idea to counter Hypno so they could steal it by using a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't work
No,
because
Ash throws a pot plant.
yeah,
pop
it was
one.
like
Yeah,
a pot of
like a
Such a
Link.
creative weapon, like Link. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said.
and that smashes the mirror, and then they resort to using whips.
This is the best line in the whole show.
Oh yeah, go on.
Well, they use whips, and then James is like, "Why would we do this the whole time?" And
Yeah.
then Jesse's like, "We have to fill up a half an hour slot," which I think that's like an explanation for every single antic
yeah.
that Team Rocket do.
Exactly.
I love Team Rocket.
I really
like
enjoyed
Team Rocket.
the shots of Hypno and Drowsy when they're using the waves,
Oh yeah, because
especially Drowsy, because Drowsy just like slowly moves his hands.
and then he
With
clapped.
Hypno, it's kind of just stationary, but I really
Yeah.
like it.
It was
It's
cool when Drowsy clapped. 'cause it
Yeah.
was quite like distinct. It was fun.
it's
I
awesome
I
shots.
used to really like Drowsy and Hypno when I was younger
Oh, interesting.
because I like their cries like no 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 no.
Yeah, the cries are cool in the
Oh,
game.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but
Yeah.
but now as I'm older, I'm like they're kind of creepy.
Yeah, I've never really liked them.
I'm a big fan of Drowsy.
Yeah.
The whole what's
the Dream
animal?
Eater.
No, what's the animal?
Anteater.
Oh, and a
they're a
tapir.
tapir.
Yeah.
Tapir, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, a Pokemon being a tapir is cool, but then evolves into a literal pedophile. I don't know how.
No, the
Yeah,
pedophile.
it's like what?
I just read the Pokedex entry at the start. It
Yeah,
steals
actually,
kids. Yeah.
You know, in the canon of the games as well, in Leaf Green, Fire Red, Hypno canonically steals a child.
Yeah, there's a whole side
yeah,
quest.
and then one island,
Really?
two
Yeah.
islands. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So I mean, it's not lost on the creators about how creepy Hypno are. So Mister uses Staryu
Mhm.
in a really cool animation bit to kind of like break the whips on Hypno and Drowzee, and then Pidgeotto blows them away. It's quite an easy Team Rocket battle.
Nice to see Pidgeotto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting, like, because I think
They used most of the episode on the mystery, I guess.
Hmm.
So they didn't really have much time for Team
Yeah.
Rocket.
Exactly.
interesting how I think in one of the first episodes, like Ash says to Team Rocket, "You're not meant to use Pokemon on people."
Mm-hmm.
Now Ash does it constantly.
Yeah, not very empathetic.
His
of it.
morals have been compromised.
Yeah.
He's becoming a ragged
like-
10-year-old.
Who is-
That's
to
the
foreign
idea
wilds.
of the
Not my
rat
Ash.
race, the capitalist scape, where your morals are put into question as you kind of get asked more and more of you to kind of put yourself out on the line to
Mhm.
kind of get ahead or work more or do things that maybe you wouldn't want to do. And I think maybe in a way it's kind of like making it's like making you kind of think about that, I guess.
Mm. But yeah.
And so in the hop civilians are at the whims of these two Pokemon because nothing is really resolved at the end, really.
Yeah, Drowsy
Well,
just wakes up the children.
Yeah,
What is Drowsy just going to go around waking everyone in the city
Well,
up?
I think is that the mysterious Illuminati club kind of realized what's going on and said, "Oh, we'll stop," but will they really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
well,
like
I think
knows?
the
I think they'll
1% need to be stopped.
Eat the
I
rich.
think they'll stop using Hypno.
Tax. Elon Musk should
And then
be
they'll
paying
do
tax.
the,
No one should be billionaires.
you tell them, Dennis.
I'm just, yeah, I do think that it's quite I do think it's unethical that you have people that are billionaires because no one needs that much money.
If I lose a fifth of my paycheck to tax, which is only $100 I lose, Jeff Bezos should lose a fifth of his pay to tax at least,
Yeah.
which would be what, like $3 billion, probably even more.
It's like an ethically it shouldn't be allowed because the idea of money is you have stuff like kingdoms and stuff where the kings have the most money and they kind of redistribute it or use it for infrastructure and stuff. But when you have governments and stuff as well as alongside these people that are capitalists, then it just doesn't work out. I'm not arguing for socialism. I'm just saying that
I am.
billionaires shouldn't it just doesn't really make sense why you can't
Mhm.
you don't need $1 billion to live a life. You could live 100 lives with $1 billion.
I saw
So
it.
stop buying
I
Hypnos and Drowsies.
I saw a TikTok that was it was billionaires. What are you saving up for?
Yeah,
what are
that
you,
is like a thing.
Yeah.
what are you gonna buy?
And so,
And all poor people die out, so they have more land to buy.
And these rich people, they're not held to account in the episode. Nurse
no,
Jenny
no.
doesn't
Mm. I think the only
arrest
thing
them
they're
or
going to do
anything.
is stop using
Officer Jenny.
Hypno.
But
Yeah.
what we do get to close the episode is Arnold reuniting with his big-titted mother.
Yeah,
And
Get in
Arnold does not look like
Yeah,
Ash.
he got
does.
he got a face full
No,
of
he
tits.
does.
From behind, it
Yeah.
kind of does.
Does he?
The hair kind of.
Like
Same-
a
the same hair
bit.
shape, yeah.
The
Yeah.
hair was a different color.
But Ash is wearing a hat anyway, so
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Imagine Ash is that doesn't look like me at all. What's happening?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I
Arnold
wanted to
gets
see a guy
hug.
with a football head.
See, I actually thought the whole thing was going to be because I noticed that all of the kids were acting like the Pokemon we saw in the Poke Center.
Mhm.
Oh.
So I thought it was like a body swap.
Oh my
situation.
gosh!
Oh.
Actually,
It's a Freaky Friday.
Yeah, so I thought Hypno might have been swapping their minds accidentally.
Oh, creepy.
there's that plot line does get used in a Pokemon movie. Now that
Yeah?
you mention it, I won't say which.
Which movie?
10 with the Darkrai.
I haven't seen that one.
Oh yeah, well Darkrai. Actually, now that you mentioned Darkrai, also deals with dreams in that movie, and so
Ah.
it's pretty.
But yeah,
prescient.
that's what I thought. But then that obviously was not the case, and I was a little
Yeah.
disappointed.
Yeah.
That's a cool.
You're
theory,
I
though.
should have been the writer in this.
Well, you
one.
should watch the 10th Pokemon movie when we get to it.
And it was funny,
10
and then
years.
so they go to the Pokemon Center, and Thingy wakes them all up, and then the only one still in pain is Psyduck.
and then there's
Oh my
Nurse
gosh, we
Joy.
need to write this.
Nurse Joy is she's just like, oh, okay, you deal with it.
Yeah.
It's just
Well,
like, you guys are capable. Take the Pokemon
Brock's,
with
Yeah.
you.
and Brock is like, okay, like
Yeah.
he's still trying to get into this.
Brock is like simping, and he's
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I'm sure we could work with it together.
Because he's like,
And
my
then
life's
she's like-
mission is to look
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
Pokemon.
and she's like, okay, you take him.
And then they walk out of the city, and then they're like,
Brock's like, oh, Misty, he's a water type.
yeah,
You take
and
him.
then Misty's talking about how much she doesn't like Psyduck,
yeah.
and then
A
Misty,
Pokeball. like-
Misty's walking backwards.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
trips over a rock, and a Pokeball falls out of her pocket. Psyduck with his
What's that?
bill
Psy?
opens the Pokeball, gets in the Pokeball. Misty now has a Psyduck.
And we now have
so funny.
She could
we
literally-
finally have
Psyduck.
She
Psyduck.
could literally just release it.
Yeah.
But
She could.
honestly, here from now on, Psyduck is
Yeah,
such a fun
Psyduck. I
companion.
love Psyduck.
There's gonna
Psyduck's
be some
like
great stuff.
a great
Oh, that's
Pokemon.
Right.
yeah.
That was
And then-
that was such just an amazing.
And then
moment.
at the
I've been
end of the
waiting. I've
episode,
been waiting.
Psyduck goes like, Sai-ai-ai!
Sai-ai-ai.
Instead of like, ai-ai-ai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun episode.
That was, I said to Dennis after we watched it, I think my top 3 at least filler episodes.
Really good episode.
Maybe even my favorite filler episode.
Well, it's not technically a filler because there's a capture in it.
Oh, good point.
Yeah, it's quite a main
One of
story
my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
Because
I liked it. Well, this is my final thought. I liked it because it was just like, it was creepy, and like you can enjoy it as an adult because of, like the weird like socio-political stuff in it, but also like it's creepy and it had a fun mystery. It's different from the other episodes as well that aren't mysteries. It's fun.
It's a good one, eh? It's just a nice fun one. Yeah, there's some creepiness, and you get this creepiness of Hypno being the scary Pokemon it is. But we get Psyduck finally join the team, which is such a good payoff for the whole episode.
Yeah.
It completely makes it. I really enjoyed this one. It's a good episode.
Yeah, I'm still not like getting the epic battles that I want, but it was like this is a really
Better
funny.
than Fortnite.
This is like still like this was a fun episode. I enjoyed it, even though it didn't have that aspect that I look for. Like
Yeah.
this was a really good episode. I liked it. It was really funny. I thought, like that ending Psyduck moment and just seeing the kids like as Pokemon
Yeah, that-
flail
the
around.
kids
That
are
was
Pokemon
really
kids.
funny.
What's your unsung hero, kid?
Unsung hero of the week goes out to Emo Oddish.
yeah. Keep your head up.
Keep your head held up high.
Well,
kid.
even though you didn't with your hair
Yeah.
being flopped down.
Yeah, that was seriously fun.
Yeah.
It's a good one. Oh, can I give you a quick little Psyduck fact?
Okay, go.
Okay.
Just a quick little Psyduck fact.
Did you mean a quack Psyduck fact?
Sure. So Psyduck, I believe, is the only Pokemon to be in every main series Pokemon game.
Ooh.
And Sword and Shield initially wasn't
Yeah,
until the DLCs.
Sword and Shield, yeah.
Wait, what about Black and White?
What about Pikachu?
Is it? Because it was
Oh,
all
Pikachu
like
would be as
non-
well.
Oh, it was in the post game, I think, for Black and
Oh.
White. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I guess like
Pikachu as
others,
well.
like
Pikachu's in everyone,
like
yeah.
non-main ones, I suppose.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to know
put it
what
that way.
Psyduck's name in French is?
Golduck.
Psyquack.
Psyquack.
Yeah.
Psyquack.
Yeah.
That's
Do you want to know
awesome.
what Golduck, its evolution, is called?
Goldquack.
No, it's Aquaquack.
I like it.
Aquaquack.
That's
I
good.
like it.
That's
Aquaquack.
good.
Aquaquack.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Aquaquack.
It's so
Is
good.
that the Dick experience?
That's been us
Yeah,
today.
that's
Yeah.
experience.
You got
Yeah.
Dex experience.
You got Dex.
If you've been listening during the day,
Good night.
hope you have a good rest of your day and you're listening in the evening.
Good day.
Have a good night. Thank you,
Thanks
Dex.
for watching,
Thank you so
Dexters.
much.
Bye,
Like,
Dexters.
subscribe, comment,
My name
and all
is
the good
Chef.
stuff. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Dexters.
Add to Oliver's clout.
Massive legend to you.
Pikachu.
Yeah. Good episode, guys.
Yay.
That was a fun one.
Great work, everybody.
Nice.
Good to be back.
Good to be back on the Dex.
Yeah, that was such like a get out episode.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
Yeah. I was thinking that.
That's dope.
As soon as like they were
Experience. Yu-Gi-Oh! Sometimes two
Dex. Experience. Digimon.
Dex experience.
If you're watching during the day, have a good day.
Dex experience.
Have a good night.
Dex experience.
Live your dreams.
Dex experience.
Everything you could want.
Dex. Experience.
Everything that you need.
Dex experience.